After years of building quietly, grieving privately, and listening deeply, I felt a quiet pull to give my voice a place. Not to preach and not to pretend, but to offer what I've wrestled with. This voice may not be perfect, but it's real, and it speaks always with a soul. This is my voice, raw, reflective, and rooted in everything I've lived through. Welcome to Think with Shankar. Here's a strange truth. Olympic bronze medalists are often happier than silver medalists. Why? Because they focus on what they did achieve, not what they missed. The bronze medalist celebrates, I made it. The silver medalist moans, I almost won gold. This is what Dan Sullivan and Dr. Benjamin Hardy call the gap and the gain. The gap is where we measure ourselves against an ideal, the perfect outcome that didn't happen. The gain is where we look at how far we have come, even through pain, grief, or failure. In the real world, this isn't just mindset fluff, it's a survival tool. In their book, The Gap and the Gain, Dan Sullivan and Dr. Benjamin Hardy explain that when you measure yourself against what you haven't accomplished, or the ideal outcomes you didn't get, which is living in the gap, by the way, you'll always feel dissatisfied. But if you measure yourself against your previous self, looking at the progress you have made and what you have gained, you cultivate happiness, confidence, and hope. Meet Maya. She's 28. She had built her dream bakery with her bare hands and lost it in the economic downturn. Just as she was trying to recover, her father, her biggest cheerleader, passed away unexpectedly. At the funeral, she stood frozen with an umbrella in her hand, thinking not of the good memories, but of moments that would never happen. He won't walk me down the aisle. He won't taste the cake I perfected. He won't pick up my calls on Sunday anymore. The grief came in waves, but worse was the guilt. I should have spent more time with him. I could have kept the bakery alive. That's the gap. When you compare your reality to a version of how life was supposed to go. And in that space, there's only shame, regret, and pain. Weeks later, Maya curled up in her dad's old armchair. She opened a book he had once given her, and out slipped a handwritten note that said, Maya, I'm proud of you. Not for your success, but for your effort. Keep going, no matter what. She stared at the note for a long time, and finally that night she picked up a notebook and wrote, Daddy, thank you for teaching me how to bake. The next day, Daddy, thank you for always believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. Day by day, memory by memory, she stitched herself back together. She wasn't erasing the grief, she was giving it a new direction. Her father's absence was real, but now, his presence in the form of his values, his love, was alive in every page, in every moment, and in every small act of courage. This is the gain zone, where you stop chasing perfection and start honoring progress. According to psychologists, this kind of reframing is at the heart of post-traumatic growth, where pain leads to purpose and heartbreak uncovers hidden strength. When Maya began journaling, she wasn't just reminiscing, she was practicing gratitude. And gratitude, as studies show, rewires your brain. It increases serotonin, it builds resilience. It doesn't remove grief, but it adds light to the darkness. Living in the gain means choosing a new story, one that measures how far you have come and not how far you fell short. It's not denial, it's not toxic positivity, it's acceptance with forward motion. Maya started seeing her failed bakery not as a symbol of shame, but as a proof that she dared, she tried, she learned. She didn't lose her dream, she just found a new way to live with it. Now Maya teaches baking at the community center. She shares the recipes her father taught her, and on his birthday, she bakes his signature cake with her nephew. And in those moments, her father is there, not in flesh, but in spirit, in flavor, in joy. She still misses him. The pain hasn't disappeared, but it no longer defines her. She's no longer living in the gap of what might have been. She's living in the gain of what I still carry. That's what it means to grieve with grace, to fail and still rise, to honor love by living its legacy, because that's how healing begins. That's how pain transforms. Not by changing what happened, but by choosing how you carry it. If this story touched you, pass it forward. Someone else might be stuck in their gap, waiting for a new lens, a note in a book, or a softer voice. And maybe today, that voice is yours.